walked out of a home improvement center with an item that cost X amount of dollars. All right, what would that business do? They'd have them arrested. So don't let time go on before evictions. I've talked to some landlords that were out 4 months before this ban hit. And this is why I say this. 4 months is absolutely unacceptable. Well before that, the person should have been, at the worst case scenario, out the other side of the eviction process. And you might have gotten lucky because they might have booted all on their own. Okay? Marshal keeps showing up, court dates come and go, they don't show up, and they take off. Alright? So you have to be proactive. You can't just be reactive. That's no way for any business person to conduct themselves. You gotta stay ahead of this. So there are a certain amount of folks now who are at a point where they can't evict someone they should have evicted before the ban. They're owed 10 months, and now they're no longer handling it like a business, okay? You screwed up. You have to face it. You're the business person. You're the building owner, okay? Governor Lamont doesn't own your building, okay? I don't own your building, okay? You have to fix it fast and get a payer in there, all right? If you've got someone right now in a building and they're a couple, 3 months behind, and you don't see them making it, forgive the rent. Get them the hell out, okay? That's your unit that makes you money every month, and they're standing in your way, so they need to leave. Have a face-to-face with them. Tell them, look, yeah, it's all nice and well and good. There's an eviction ban. All this is going on. Get out. Get the hell out of this unit. You owe me 3 months. If you leave by the end of the month, physically gone, turn your key in, sign the piece of paper that says I've vacated, here's the key, we're done, I'm not going to come after you, okay? Whatever you need to do to keep moving forward, you need to do. Excuses, blaming others, that's not business, okay? Emotions are not business. Business is business, and it's about you making yourself money. This really drives the point home, and it's a great example, which is why I'm filming this one today, as to how fast things can spin out of control if you let them, okay? I'm on my tenants every week that I'm not paid, okay? I usually start around the 5th of the month, okay? If I haven't heard anything, by the 10th of the month, I want to have a face-to-face, okay? I don't need a phone call, I don't need a text, all right? I need to see you and hold you accountable. You owe me money. And you'll know right then and there, folks. Let's all face it. We're adults here. You'll know. During that face-to-face conversation, do not engage in any power struggles. I always say that. Never any power struggles. It's like dealing with little kids sometimes. They want to get into it with you. No. You walk away, go back to your office, you talk with your attorney, you put it all on paper, and you send them a copy. This is the way it's going to be. Whatever it might be. Excessive noise, so on and so forth. So, weekly. Okay, so you'll have it for me Friday? You'll have half for me Friday. Okay. Go back, write it all up, date it, 2 copies, get over there that Friday, get a signature, okay? You need to begin first with um, your paper trail and your collection process. All right, and not let it go. I don't care what time of year it is. You're either going to win or you're going to lose. There's no in between. Don't let tenants get ahead of you on the rent. Okay, keep pushing proactively to get them out. There's a lot going on, a lot of extreme examples right now. There are some landlords out there who have gotten bit, and their tenants just decided, I'm going to use this as an excuse not to pay you. Well, it goes back to what I said before about good tenant relations. All right, my tenants don't pull that shit with me, flat out. All right, they don't want to leave my buildings. All right, I've been busy. I'm selling a building right now, so I haven't done a lot of videos. But I can't tell you how many people have said to me, "We don't, we don't want to lose you as our landlord." So my point is, you got to be over there talking with these people and not arguing with them and not baiting them. This is business. This is not an emotion. I'm going to say that probably a million times in all my videos. It's just business. It's not an emotion. All right, don't get into these "you owe me money" and heated conversations. Get with them face to face. Okay. I don't care if they start yelling and screaming, jumping up and down. Very simple. How can I get you to vacate? All right. Have you had good tenants all along? Had you not given keys to people who weren't filtered? If you looked over records on people, tenant tracks. If when people called you, hey, I don't have any hot water, you took it seriously last year, okay, and you spent the $300, $400, $500, $700 to have a plumber put in a new hot water heater right away, not after 2 weeks, okay, you wouldn't have these problems. It's just that simple. It comes down to the person in the mirror, and I'm a living, walking example of it. All right. No power struggles. Have good tenant relations, and when you gotta get them out, work with them to get them out. The only way you'll be able to work with them is if you start with a good tenant. You gotta select and not give a key to anyone you have any doubt about. That's the most important thing. That key is sacred. Once you turn that key over, that individual is either going to make you money or cost you money. It's just that simple. Okay? You got to assess. Are they going to make me money or cost me money? Have they, do they have decent credit? Have they been at the same job for a while? The basics. If you meet with them yourself or after a realtor, you'll get a feeling for it. Okay, so that's what's important, folks. Start step 1. Select good tenants. Step 2. Build good relationships and maintain them. Okay? Maintain your building, maintain your property. And step 3, don't let them get ahead of you financially. If you start with those 3 steps, you will be successful and things won't get out of hand. You won't have a wildfire to put out. You won't have a building full of people. All right? Another thing that I see people not being realistic enough as far as what kind of work you have to put into your buildings. Okay? You have to work with people. Okay? You have to be a good landlord. Okay? There are certain individuals who think that it's just about collecting the rent and doing nothing else. And that's far from the truth. And I'd rather prepare you for that while you're not a landlord or a small growing landlord. You go to your buildings, look at what's going on, nip things in the bud, maintain those relationships. If a tenant wants to talk with them for 10 minutes, okay? That will go very far when shit hits the fan. Right now, the shit that hit the fan is the COVID disaster, and it's a big pile. It's everywhere. However, there are a lot of landlords right now who are still able to collect their rent. There are some landlords who have forgiven entire months for tenants, okay? You know, do you think that person's not getting paid the next month? All right. So it's really, the tenant relationship is very important. Being there, speaking with people, maintaining it. Okay. So that's all I got for this episode, folks. Step one, be very selective. Hold on to that key. I know you want the money. Hold on to that key until you're sure that it's the right individual for that job. It's like placing an employee. Hold on to that key. Step two, go to your properties, maintain your properties, fix things, and if it's reasonable, it could be an oddball request. If it's reasonable, it's not going to cost you a lot of money or time, and they've been good tenants with a good track record for a long time, do it. Step three, as soon as the money starts to slip, face to face. Texts, calls are bullshit. You're not gonna see it. Face to face, you're gonna see it. Okay? You're gonna know whether or not you're gonna have to evict them or you're gonna get paid. All right? Paper trail early on, and look yourself in the mirror. It's just business. When you have to send the marshal, send the marshal. Okay? Probably 40 to 50% of the people who've been griping, other landlords have been griping to me about this, could have fixed these problems and should have fixed these problems a lot sooner. All right, but they let the tenant get that far ahead, and they got totally screwed. That's all I got, folks. It's been another episode of Chris the Connecticut Landlord. Catch you next time.